lots and lots going on in the news about the Boy Scouts of America and how it's changed, and they're basically allowing in everything but what the Boy Scouts originally represented. And I thought this would be a good time to cover why this is happening. I believe this is a precursor to what they're going to roll out to all religions, Christian religions in America. Why do I say that? Because Boy Scouts of America is also tax exempt under the 501c3 law, which means that they do not pay taxes for things that other people pay taxes for, other people and corporations and organizations, because they're tax exempt. Now, that doesn't sound like a big deal, but what is written into this 501c3 law is that this tax exempt status can be revoked or removed if you violate certain tenets and articles of this statute. What are these tenets and articles and laws? You're not allowed to talk about politics. You're not allowed to talk against anything that is legal and lawful in the United States. This is written into the law. So, what is legal and lawful in the United States? You're not allowed to speak out against certain groups. You're not allowed to speak out against certain things that are legal in the United States, such as abortion. And discrimination has been redefined as you're not allowed to speak out against people who have certain sexual preferences and things of that nature. So I believe that this Boy Scouts of America was the precursor to what is going to be rolled out on all Christian denominations. And I talked about this a couple years ago. I talked about the fact that they're going to basically, the next thing they're going to do is they're going to require pastors to marry some of these types of people with certain gender preferences. And the pastors are either going to go along with it, with this new fake love thing, this non-judgmental Christian psyop that we've been experiencing in the truth community, where everything goes and just love everyone the same and give them the same, redefining God's laws to fit our needs instead of trying to fit within God's law, which is why I had to take a tough stand on this. And this is what's going to be rolled out. And those pastors who basically decide not to marry these people, they're going to be fired by the upper management of these Christian organizations, of these religious doctrines and denominations. The corporate framework will fire these people. And the ones that go along with it will be hired into the church. Because make no mistake, if you're part of a corporate religion, they get their orders from up top. The pastors are not allowed to speak on certain topics. They have to fit within the doctrine. And these kinds of decisions go straight to the top. What they're allowed to preach on and what they won't. Why? Because their tax exempt status is at stake. So basically, the government hangs this carrot over the heads of these pastors and these church organizations, the corporate ones I'm talking about. And if they do not comply, they will lose their tax exempt status, which effectively means they will have to shut their doors, because no church, corporate church, can operate without this tax exempt status. And this is the threat. So you have a form of religion with no power because it's under the power of the government. We showed you how the IRS building in New Carrollton, at its center of its protractor shape, has a church in the crosshairs of the protractor. And this signifies what this is really all about. Mark my words, this is coming. This is going to be front page news within the next year. Churches denying to marry people of same sex and things like that. It's going to become front page news. They're going to be called Christian bigots. And the IRS may even revoke the tax exempt status to make an example. And this is when it's all going to go down. Take care and be safe, you guys.